Hi, it's Matt. Today we're going to take a look at the Sturmpanzer Geschütz 33B. Well, let's open up the hatch and see what it is.
Matt's Custom Creations.
Sturmpanzer Geschütz 33B, which was essentially a rolling pillbox for close infantry support. Man, that name was a mouthful. Reminds me of when I made that half-track.
So what's it? It's a Sonderkraftfahrzeug, meaning special purpose vehicle.
Ah, German. What a wonderful language. In English we have butterfly. In French it's papillon. In German it's Schmetterling! Anyway, they were used in the Battle of Stalingrad and were essentially a field howitzer with its own mobile casemate. In the back are boxes which I think contained ammunition and tools. Looking at the lower half, you can see it as a Panzer III chassis. And just like with the real thing, I started with my own model of the Panzer III and modified the chassis to accept this new upper hull. In fact, this same chassis was used for the StuG III, which this guy went up against in a recent shorts. I mean, it went right up against it. Speaking of StuGs, I have a how-to video featuring this Tan StuG III. I'll do one on the Camouflage one later. Like I do with all my models, to show you how I put it together, I'll take it apart. We'll start by removing the top and slope sides of the upper structure. We'll look at the cannon and the back subassemblies later. This vehicle is 9 studs wide, so I had to use these 1x2 centering offset pieces, which also serves to be the top part of the sandwiches that hold the static rubber treads in place. The treads themselves are 1.5 studs wide. We'll now take the fenders completely off and drop the chin piece down in the front. I'll peel the main deck off and over so you can see that the treads still have a good purchase on the deck. Hey, wait, where are you dragging my tank off to? Oh, there we go. Now rolled upside down, you can see the bottom of the hull. Those 8-stud long flat pieces serve as the bottom portions of the sandwiches that hold the treads in place. It basically acts as a shelf. Here you can see the 2 different gear pieces I used for the front drive wheels. I prefer the one closest to the camera, but you might find something you like better. To make the treads, I got some third-party flexible brick tape and used scissors to cut the treads to be 1.5 studs wide. I could have made them straighter by using a straight edge and an X-Acto. And kids, if you want to do it this way, please have adult supervision because X-Acto knives are sharp. Oops, there's a little booger. Let's get that off of there. Okay, that's good enough. Next, we'll look at the core of this vehicle, which is the PAK-37 gun and its surrounds. Here's a look at the traditional field artillery version of that gun, which was adopted for this vehicle. The cannon does elevate and depress a little because there is a wrist piece hidden in there. Here's the archway that goes over the... I guess he's my arch enemy now. Oh, hush. I used a shutter piece for the back of the upper hull. Here is the service area of what I think is an ammo box and a tools and supplies container, along with a pickaxe, shovel, and chain as accents. Do you hear something? It's probably nothing. This is the very back of the tank. Now let's get this thing back to... Hi, it's Matt. Today we're going to talk about the Sturmpanzer III. Today we're going to talk about the Sturminfanteriegeschütz 33. Sturminfanteriegeschütz 33. Sturminfanteriegeschütz 33b.